Okay, so we're still with the Yamaha MT07. We're in diagnostic mode using the Texa IDC5 software and the Texa TXB navigator. We have these fault codes which are stored in the Texa software, and if we exit the software, do we want to end communication with the control unit? Yes, we do. And we can wait a wee second, turn off the dashboard, and I'm going to close the software. Press the close button. Do I want to close IDC5? Yes, I do. Now, when I start back up the IDC5 software that communicates with the Texa TXB, so it's IDC5 software starting back up again, and I'll go through the same process as we did at the start. First video, software is loading. Click bike. Click motorcycle. Gonna click for Yamaha. Scroll through till we find MT07. Petrol injection, serial diagnostics, click start. We're still using the AP59 lead, we haven't moved the hasp, we haven't moved the USB lead, we haven't moved the TXB, and we've still got the AP59 lead connected in the 4-pin socket. It asks us to turn on the instrument panel, so that means turning on the ignition. The instrument panel will then power up. We'll click confirm and wait 30 seconds. The ECU version is recognised, which is good, and we're waiting patiently while the Texa software communicates with the Yamaha ECUs. Again, because we're in diagnostic mode, the dashboard will display that we're in diagnostic mode. What I like so far is the engine management warning light is now out. Turn off the instrument panel, click confirm, so click confirm. And this is a good result. It says no fault codes are now found. So when we started this, we had 8 fault codes, all memory faults, and that means they were saved in the memory of the motorcycle. We took a note of what they were, noted them, deleted them, shut the software down, restarted the software, and now we have no engine management warning light. So the next thing to do would be to build the bike back up again, take it for a road test, and if the engine management warning light stays out, that's great. We can plug in the diagnostic tool again just to make sure there's no fault codes, and if that is the case, we will have one happy customer and a lower final bill. While we're here, I can now just click on these parameters. You can see that the engine speed is 0, the injector duration is 0 because the engine is not running. The battery voltage, throttle position sensor, etc, etc. So things are really useful. Coolant temp is 15 degrees, intake air temp is 16 degrees, etc, etc. Short term fuel trim, that's good. So these parameters, these live data, I normally call live data, there's 26 parameters we can view. Really useful if you have a bike which is not running well and you want to check any of these parameters without stripping lots of parts off the bike. Fault codes we've looked at. Just now we don't have any, which is great. The statuses are things like gear shift position, and we're in gear 0. ECU information we touched on briefly. It's a Denso ECU with the software versions and how long it's been running for, etc. The activations we'll do a different video. Things like, do you want to turn on you might be able to hear that the cooling fan is now running. So that's useful. That lets you check some components without doing a lot of stripping or intensive interrogation of the bike. So that's good. That confirms the fan works, the power supply to the fan works, the earth is available to the fan, etc, etc. So you can do similar tests with the headlamp relay, injectors, ignition coils and such like. And the final settings, self-adapting parameters we may use. In this case, if the road test goes well, we might not need to use that. So for just now, we can shut that software down and come out of diagnostic mode and unplug the 4-pin connector. Put the cover back on the 4-pin connector. We can strip the TXB back off the bike, refit the rider seat, pillion seats, and road test. So hopefully you found that useful, and hopefully the road test is successful. Thank you, see you next time.